Hello and welcome to Victorian Snippets. Needlework was very important during the 19th and early 20th centuries as it was part of a woman's identity. Mothers taught their daughters how to sew as soon as those little hands could hold a needle. A stitch in time saves 9 became a daily mantra. To a middle or upper class young woman, it was a significant part of her education, and also served as testimony to any potential suitors that she had the temperament to be feminine after her married life. To the less privileged, it was a matter of necessity. Not only did a stitch in time save 9, but one should use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without. While a young lady might engage in embroidery, needlepoint, crocheting, lace making, or working on intimate trousseau items or gifts, less fortunate young women added darning, dressmaking, quilting, and constructing furniture coverings to their repertoires. A youngster usually started out with cross-stitching or tent stitching, and this diminished range was easier for young hands because it was straight lines. The subjects began with numbers and letters and then branched off into dates, events, farm animals, sayings, maps, or, of course, religious texts. Guardian angels was a popular theme. The samplers, as they were called, were executed on cotton, wool, linen, or silk, depending on what one could afford. Working as a seamstress or a milliner was also considered a respectable profession for a middle-class to lower-middle-class woman. Consider the political implications of keeping their fingers actively engaged and their status appropriate to the times. And of course, Queen Victoria was a great promoter of embroidery, or what she called the domestic crafts. She even had a skilled seamstress whose sole job was to embroider the royal crest on her stockings. Examples of Victorian needlework include these hand-embroidered tea napkins, and these crochet doilies. Look at these. Table coverings. This lovely one even has applique with multiple kinds of stitching and blanket stitching on the edges, and comes complete with hand-stitched napkins, of course. This table covering, executed on linen, also has handmade lace set in. There's a very elaborate tea towel, and look at these pillowcases. I would be afraid to sleep on them. This very, very elaborate tablecloth executed on linen was done by my 2 great-grandaunts. They were born in 1866 and 1868. They also did this hand-sewn, hand-quilted bed covering. I did these tea towels. Oh, they were done in Victorian fashion. Of course, they weren't done in Victorian times. I'm not quite that old. Right now, I am working on this pillowcase. But as you can see, I've got a long way to go. And this is very tedious and time-consuming. So I best get sewing. See you next time.